Welcome back to the world of Tapir. The story thus far is that after rescuing their captain from the conclave of the Eight Flames, the False Sun crew are making their way back towards Fitio and have made a stop in Buskis, where the captain had a small heart-to-heart with Corvus. It is a couple hours out from dusk. Is there anything y'all wish to do while y'all are still in town?
No.
No?
Nah, just
I'm
rest
good.
and eat.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Sushi.
So, y'all just chill in the night and eventually fall asleep, and then morning comes. I guess y'all head out then. So y'all are riding on the wagon, heading towards Fitio. Is there anything y'all want to do? It's going to be quite a few days, a little under a week. Or maybe a week, depending on how fast you go.
Let's see. I'm good.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do during the week's travel?
Maybe some practice. Oh, sorry. You go.
Basically, the entire time they get closer to Fitio, Jules is just like slowly getting quieter and quieter, knowing they're getting back to Cornello.
All right.
As for me, I guess I want to be practicing, doing some moves with my scythe while in the wagon, while in a corner away from everyone else.
Well, it's a small wagon.
I don't think practicing a polearm is going to be super easy for you in a wagon.
Yeah, it's not the most easy thing to do in a wagon.
I mean, even sword forms would be kind of difficult. Knife forms might be easy, but...
Yeah. It's a covered wagon, so you can't exactly,
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have, one of those fancy ones with a roof, then we can just practice on the roof.
Yeah. I mean, you can try to balance on the canvas top of the... on the top of the canvas, if you think that is something you'd like to do.
I think that would be something I would like to do.
All right, roll an acrobatics to try and keep your balance. Okay, 23 is surprisingly good. So yeah, for about on one of the days, y'all see Corvus just climb onto the top of the wagon before y'all after y'all finish eating and just swinging her scythe. Well, the one who's currently manning the reins can see her since everyone else is inside of the wagon.
Who was at the front, Varen?
Well, I mean, this is probably day 3 on the travel. So who wants to be on the reins and see Corvus practicing her moves on the canvas? I mean, the ones that are inside can definitely see her feet movement through the canvas.
Rin will likely be the one driving, so to speak.
How see-through is the canvas?
It's not see-through, but you can see the indents of her feet.
It's not.
You
it's
can
not
see
like
her
that.
shadow, probably.
Yeah.
It's not like that one video of the ducks walking on the awning.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a sunset or retractable awning that makes it 20 degrees cooler.
Ducks.
So yeah, Varen, you see Corvish just practicing her moves.
I audibly say to Varen, try and hit some potholes. It'll be funny.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out, like, whilst obviously paying attention to what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep an eye out just in case anything seems like it might go wrong.
Okay, roll animal handling to see.
Don't hit the potholes, it might break the axle.
Animal handling. Animal handling. Okay, it's +2. 17?
Yeah, you managed to avoid the potholes, unless you want to hit them.
No, I do not.
All right. Yeah, you managed to avoid the potholes. It's a fairly smooth ride. You stick to the roads, but eventually it comes time to rest, and you all have your rest. But it's not until the mid-morning, like 10 o'clock or so, on the 20th of Cirque, I believe, that you finally see Fitio in the distance. Only maybe like through the foliage and all that. It's about half an hour away until you get to the gates or the outskirts.
Well, you all know where to take me.
Home.
I wouldn't call it home.
It's literally my home.
Oh, but I did not know that.
Yes, I was born here, raised
Holy
12 years, and I
conversation.
went to sea.
I was born on the sea.
Molded by it.
Didn't set foot on land until I was but a man, and by then it was coarse, rough, and got everywhere.
Well, I'm sorry that I was raised civilized sushi.
The
Well, I mean,
pirate
I was raised on the
society is
sea
a
too,
perfectly normal
so-
society. Pirate society is civilized. Thank you very much.
It depends.
I transform into one of the caricatures of a pirate and be like, "Arr, yes, we're civilized."
Yeah, you become like a Tim Curry on Muppet Treasure Island.
And then, of course, I shift back to the tiefling form.
Yeah.
That's prejudice.
That's fucking hilarious.
There's a perk of the changing.
Listen,
Uh,
Sushi, the important thing is you can't be racist towards a profession.
It's a culture.
It's a job. You know damn well so many of them would rather be doing anything else.
I mean,
Yeah, but there's the
aren't
ports.
there
the
aren't
places.
some of the punishments for piracy death?
Only if you're
Everybody's gonna die sometime, right?
only if you're like
And
actively being an asshole. I
and
mean,
only
what
if you
they
get
say.
caught by the wrong people.
You know what they say? Time flies when you're having rum. It's fine.
like
Where's the rum?
I was a privateer. If we came across, we only shot down ships that were like actively engaging us or had active bounties for things other than like, oh no, they stole 3 golds worth of fucking cloth.
So you're less pirates and more bounty hunters.
No, I'm talking about before I joined this crew.
Oh.
When I was being paid by the government
Those must have
And
been
now the government thinks I'm dead.
Yeah, maybe
Ooh.
you shouldn't have come back here.
Hey, I haven't been back to the office.
You'd think they would notice.
Eh. Yeah, you'd
Hey,
think.
maybe they're racist and they think all kobolds look alike. And I transform into a Flavir look-alike.
You got the freckles wrong. I say as I polish off 3 of my freckles.
I blink and it turns out my eyelids are not horizontal but vertical.
Mm.
Now that is a stereotype. It's dragonborns that have the
Dragon, not well. not a lizard.
So, y'all finally make it into the city. What's y'all's plan from here? Because everyone's got something they want to do in the city.
I mean, we're probably just gonna split up immediately, aren't we?
Yes,
I mean, I gotta go back.
is anyone going to go with Jewel?
Didn't Varen say that she wanted to go see Cornello?
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him, but more out of
Maybe
curiosity than anything.
Maybe that was me talking to Silver about stuff. I don't know.
Probably because I never said anything, but I wouldn't mind.
Alright. So, you follow Jewel to the gambling district and find yourself at the foot of the Fortune's Flame casino.
Shit, hold on, I need to open the notes.
It is very, very extravagant, and extremely over the top. The pit bosses are large and wearing some very impressive looking uniforms.
Walking past the pit bosses, I just give a wave.
Yeah. Yeah, as you walk towards the stairway up to the pit boss's part and say, and one says, "The boss was expecting you."
I had a feeling.
Best of luck. And gives you a very hard pat on the back that's more of a shove as you
Go stuff yourself.
lead Varen upstairs and come to the just outside the office of the owner, whose name on the door is Avery. That is the alias that he is using. So, what do you do?
I'm gonna just, walk up to the door and open it. But beforehand, I'm gonna transform into Varen.
So there's gonna be 2 Varens?
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Alright. As you just open the door, you can see Varen, you see a very familiar sight. An elf-looking figure with a sort of a wine-colored hair and a sort of smarmy look on his face, as it looks just like he did back in Silimistal, though without the clerical robes.
That's a sight for sore eyes.
Ah, yes. You have caused quite a stir. I'm so glad that you're the one that came up here. And I've heard quite the news from downstairs, and I do have to say I'm impressed. And as for you, and gestures to the fake Varen, Yeah, snaps your finger, and you feel yourself being forced back into your tiefling form. Says,
Oh, that hurts.
yes, I know. So, I'm assuming that it was a success.
No, it was a failure. We didn't get it back.
She is quite livid at both of you. You for the betrayal, and you for getting away.
Oh, seems like she left a bit of a mark on me.
Ah. And, I can't help but notice that by your side, that is a very, very familiar looking blade.
Yeah, kind of got left behind. Seems like it's taken a little bit of a shine to me.
Ooh, that is very juicy. I'll have to hold it over her head. Now, about our, contract, he says, turning to you, Drool. I am sorry, but it seems that, well, you were in breach of contract over the last few weeks.
What are you talking about?
With the amendment, I gave you 1 hour to find mercenary work, and to be paid in 100 gold for it.
And I found it immediately and got paid the gold.
No, according to my reports, you were paid in platinum.
Mother. That is.
Words have meanings.
Platinum is gold. But
If I wanted
more-
platinum, I would have specified platinum.
this
I
isn't
will
fair,
be-
Cornello.
It's right there in the fine print of your contract. I'll be generous and only give you 2 extra years.
Ugh.
So is there a stickler for technicalities, huh?
It comes with the nature. It's more convenient this way.
Have I ever told you I hate you?
Yes, many times, but that's completely irrelevant. Now, I could just
I'll remind you,
use...
I hate you.
Well, if you get on my bad side, I suppose I could just enact the clause.
Rather not.
Yes, I thought so. Especially since you've drawn the ire of my sister-in-arms. If you make me mad enough, I may be willing to seek a parley for you.
How
With
about
her.
no?
With you as a bargaining chip.
How about no?
Then stay on my good side.
She rolls her eyes.
Be a good little pawn and do as I say.
You good little pawn and do as I say. It'll
Thank you.
only be a blink of an eye, and then you'll be off to the next person who has, who's next in line with your dealings.
Which, ironically, I believe is your sister.
Well, I can't wait.
Well, that was one of the interesting things. When we ritual, my soul tried to leave, but luckily, I was chained back. Meanwhile, the rest of the cults, yeah, they're dead.
Oh, wonderful. That part I was unaware of.
Yeah.
Ah. Well then, off to work with you. And as for you, and he turns to Varen, I suppose it would probably be in both of our best interests if you keep my position here on the down low.
As long as you don't, do anything that I might, not like. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll be okay.
I'm just running a casino here. I have no nefarious plans planned.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
What's my insight? Because that was a dirty 20.
30, 20. It's hard to read.
Right. Do like the casino though. Gambling's a bit of fun, you know.
Oh,
I
yes.
wouldn't.
By all means, play as much as you can afford. And
Don't trust
maybe a little bit more. If I have use for you in the future, I may send word. Although I would believe it's best to keep any interaction between myself and your crew to a minimum.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Alright. Well, you are dismissed. I have much work to do.
Both of us, or just her?
Her. I have a new assignment I believe I can use your specialities for.
I mean,
Fern's going to leave, but she's just gonna kind of glance back and give a little bit of a smirk before she turns back and fully leaves.
Alright. As you
Joel
head...
gives that 2-finger salute of goodbye.
Yeah.
Fern will give a little nod at Jewel.
Alright. And as you say your goodbyes and the door closes behind, leaving Jewel to whatever Cornello has planned for her, let's cut over to others. And also, thank you, Ruby, for being a guest player. You were...
I had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yay!
I'd be happy to return at any point if you want.
I'll keep that in mind. You can stay in the
Still-
server.
You still need me, or am I good to like drop out of the call?
You're good to leave if you want, or
Before
just
you go,
mute.
though, before you go, consider the 10 plat instead of 100 gold. Retroactive karma for being a bit of a jerk to Sushi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can stay and just be muted if you want, or you can head out and listen to it when it's posted. It's your call.
I'll go. I'll head out and listen to when it's posted. See you
All
guys.
right, later. All right. So, who is next? Corvus.
Yep.
You have a thing you want to do.
We managed to make it to the port town, so
Yep.
I'm gonna march on over.
All right. You make your way to the Raven Queen Temple. You find several members of the clergy there. Are going about their business. Though one of them does spot you. This one seems to be a human woman wearing a mask of a black cloth and a silvery wire to make it look like a masquerade mask with think like a domino mask, but with like also a bit of a nose and raven feathers coming out of it. This is a member, based on the mask, that you would recognize as being let me check, a Grim Cardinal, one of the higher ranking members of the Raven Queen faith.
Bow before her presence and simply say, I am here for my initiation, ma'am.
Oh, can you get a bit closer to your mic?
How's this?
That's better.
How's this? Saying like, pardon me, ma'am. I'm here for my initiation.
Ah, yes. You must be Corvus. We have been expecting you. We got word from the temple in Esvold to expect you.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Very well. come right this way, and she leads you deeper into the temple, taking you down a set of stone stairs, her shoes echoing down the corridor as you descend into the lower levels. So, you have sought the path of the Nevermore?
Exactly. Exactly, Miss.
It is not an easy path to follow, but if you are confident in yourself and believe you can overcome the trial, then we will allow you to participate in it.
I will do all of my power in order to divert this trial and send myself to the great rank.
I did not hear.
I was saying I'll do all I can in order to traverse all these trials and achieve the rank by the day's end.
Well, that is quite the spirit that we look for in Nevermore's. She leads you deeper into the bowels of the temple until she takes you to a circular chamber with a sort of a dome over the a dome ceiling. The dome has many depictions of various scenes that are important to the Raven Queen faith, such as it depicts the various champions throughout the eras. One sealing away the vile deity known as Orcus. One one banishing the necromantic lich god, and one facing off against the vampiric storm of Pelcroft. The Grim Cardinal begins to light some incense and says, just meditate in the center, and your trial will begin.
I'll be right
I
back.
ca-
So,
I
can someone
ca-
else take any notes?
So I basically calmly approach the center and kneel down in in a meditation position,
All right.
with my legs crossed and such.
All right. As you focus on your breathing, you can see that the smoke of the incense begins to waft in the air. It's a sort of a sage scent mixed with mint, a very poignant smell. And as you inhale and exhale, a low fog begins to drift in from seemingly nowhere, mixing in with the smoke of the incense. Eventually, it covers your vision entirely. What do you do?
I quickly stand up and try to wash away this fog that's plaguing my vision.
As you do, you see that you are no longer standing in the temple, in the chamber. You find yourself on a path, a cobblestone path that is about 5 feet wide. There's black grass on either side, as well as the fog that seems to part in the way of the path.
I go ahead and begin a trek through this cobblestone path.
As you do, you hear voices in the fog that you can't seem to necessarily recognize or place. It sounds like familiar, like in the back of your head. It's right on the tip of your tongue, and you just can't seem to place all these various voices you hear. Each one sounds vaguely familiar, but you can't seem to remember where. But as you walk down the cobble path, it begins to narrow, and then it comes to a split. Before you, there are two paths. To your left, the path widens and is well lit and leads right to the front steps of the temple in Esfold. And to the right, it seems to narrow and twist and swerve into the fog, into darkness. As you're looking at them, it would be so easy to just go down the path of to the Esfold temple, to just do that. Would be such an easy thing to do. But the path into the winding unknown, that there's a sense of fear emanating from it.
I take a moment and look at both paths. Upon looking back at the path of Esfold, I stare at it for a few moments, thinking, only life was gonna be that easy. And I trek down the darker path.
Alright. As you go, the path twists and swerves, and you stay on it as much as you can, and you begin to see shapes in the fog as the voices, you can finally start to place them. You can see scenes in the fog. You can see you can see yourself fighting the pirates, Lomat's crew, back on Tortu, and you can see yourself facing off and landing that really good hit against Cornello back in Silimastal. As you walk, you see other scenes of the things you've accomplished, facing off against the Flesh Thief, keep resurrecting Sushi and healing everyone back in the Conclave's base. You see everything that you have done, the good and the bad up until now in this fog. But eventually the scenes run out as you come to the present, and find yourself walking into a glade on black grass. The moonlight is up ahead, illuminating you, full moon, and you can see your shadow down below. Your shadow seems to elongate, and you hear a voice, a laughter. Oh, you should have turned back when you had the chance. And the ground begins to tremble and shake as walls of obsidian glass seems to rise from the ground and curve, blocking out the moonlight as you see from your shadow claws out a figure in tattered robes, emanating a dark fog around them. It's a figure that's about 4 feet tall or so, and is just very difficult to see as the light of the moon begins to get more and more enclosed by the rapidly forming dome above you, until it's only a small point, bringing in the moonlight like a spotlight is just enough to provide a dim light to the room as the figure begins to stand. It says, Now it's too late for you. What do you do?
Nothing is too late for me here. I will conquer this obstacle. I will pass this. It is my destiny.
All right, roll initiative.
This feels like a bad idea.
30-20.
A dirty 20. Nice. Let's see. And the dice spot's down. Sorry, I have to pull up some different digital dice because the dice spot decided to not work.
Time to roll on Google.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just gonna pull up one of my characters that I...
Oh, well, there we go.
Huh?
Looks like it is working.
Well, no, not on my secret rolls.
Oh.
I'm just pulling up one of my characters. Oh, there it goes. That... I'm still just gonna roll my things. Alright, so, you have first move. What do you do? You are currently in a dome that has dim light. It's about 60 feet across. 60 feet in diameter. Persistent, but your persistence will only get you so far. As as they slam their staff on the ground, and you can see a rusted blade of a rusty bladed scythe folds out from it. They're gonna try and swipe at you with their scythe.
Okay. Okay.
It is glowing it is seething a dark energy from it. God damn it. 10.
Doesn't hit, and I'm now starting to see the similarities here. Like Corvus is like noticing like these misses, and just thinks back to herself. Wait a minute. That wouldn't be. Nah.
Roll.
No.
If you have an idea, roll insight.
I'm gonna do it. Roll insight. 25.
All right. Oh shit! I accidentally exited out of my shit. So, as it tries to swipe with its own scythe, you can see through the fog emanating from its hood a beak.
Well, I could definitely now see why you would have some scathing remarks to say about me.
Yeah, I'm only as good as you make me. The fog just dissipates, and you can see your own face, although angry, livid.
I can understand that.
No matter,
I would be living. Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do, I will always be here to remind you how worthless you are.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to thank you for those sentiments, exactly.
Yeah. Well, as things, why don't I just give you 2 silver? You know, rob an old woman from her heart medicine.
Oh, and it goes back to this. It always goes back
Maybe
to
I
this.
should Maybe I should change my form into that of a snake. Then you wouldn't stand a chance.
Oh, you want to relive my greatest failures? All right, let's do this, girl.
All right.
I will tell you right now, I, for 1 second of those times, would die, then relive those moments again. And I want to improve myself so I never live them down ever again.
All right. Go. Your turn.
Attacking with the scythe. 14.
Glancing blow. Oh wait, no, not a
All right.
glancing blow. My mistake. I was misreading. Sorry, it's a miss.
Got it. All right. Spiritual weapon strike.
Let's go.
I should not have laughed that hard. I'm
That's
sorry,
a glancing
16.
blow.
All right. Let's go. 9 divided by 2 is gonna be a 5.
All right.
And
All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, please. You'll relive those moments. Every failure you have, you'll relive them every time you close your eyes. She's gonna swipe at you with her regular scythe. Son of a! Another 10.
Miss, and I'm now starting to see the DM has inherited Corvus's luck for this session, making it thematically relevant here.
11 for the spiritual for her spiritual weapon.
Miss.
I'm imagining it. Okay, so as she tries to swing her scythe at you, you manage to block it with your own scythe, and the same happens with your spiritual weapon. The spiritual weapons are just seeming to have a duel against each other as this very evenly matched fight takes place.
I'm now imagining like the background music for this is literally Duels of Fate from Star Wars prequels playing in the background.
I like the background music that I found.
Oh no! I appreciate
Spooky.
it. No, I appreciate it.
Very
It also
spooky.
fit. It also fits as well. I'm just saying for like an alternative choice.
Oh yeah,
Not a better choice.
yeah. All right,
And
your turn.
All right. For me, I think now it's time to take off the kid claws. Let's go. Guiding bolt.
All right. It'll be at disadvantage because you're melee, unless you want to move away.
I'm gonna move away.
All right. Both she and the spiritual weapon. No, actually. Yeah, both she and spiritual. No, spiritual weapon's going to get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
You've only got one reaction.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to double check. 16.
Misses.
All right. You managed to just back up and strafe right before the spiritual weapon comes down on you, and move out of
All
range
right.
so you can do a guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Oh, you kidding me? 11. I miss again.
She just smacks the guiding bolt out of the, just backhands the guiding bolt out of the
Change
way.
your dice.
My God.
I should change
You
my
even-
dice.
You're literally like just being such a better version than I would be right now with such deflections. Take it. Like I just grumble like
Don't-
jealous of that movement.
Amusing
Don't say
that
your
you.
evil side is better than you.
You're not there.
That's
You're
losing.
not there, Sushi.
I know I'm not there.
Your count.
Switch up your dice.
Your
Corvus.
shadow says, "It's amusing that you think that there could ever be a version of you that's less of a failure than you already are."
It's something that I always have to keep hoping because I'm still young. Always have room to grow, room to improve.
All right.
I always forget.
Well, I'll show you what improvement can be done.
Isn't she like 13?
Well, she just reached like. She only just recently reached like actual adulthood. Like that's what this whole test is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so she's going to cast a. Oh wait, is your move over?
Oh, well, I guess aside from like a spiritual weapon attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and try to spiritual weapon.
Let's go hit. 22.
Hell yeah, that hits.
12.
Oh, that's
12
a
fours.
considerable amount. Let's see. All right. She is going to say, "This is what a real bolt looks like," and is going to fire one of those bolts at you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 23.
That hits.
All right. You are going to take. 13 points of necrotic damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw, successful. Dirty 20.
All right. Okay. Spiritual
Alright.
weapon is not concentration.
No.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Speaking of spiritual weapon, she's gonna attack you with her spiritual weapon.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
That hits.
All right.
Maybe you should consider picking up shield if you can.
That's going.
Can clerics get shield, or is that just wizards
I
and
think I
bards
can
and
get
stuff?
I think
Yeah.
there's a shield of space.
I'm a cleric with a shield in the other campaign.
Okay.
You're gonna take 11 points of necrotic damage from the
All right.
spiritual weapon.
Wait, Margaret's a cleric?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, I thought she was like a warlock or something.
No, trickster cleric.
No.
Trickster cleric, okay.
Yeah. So
no, she's definitely not a warlock. Considering
11 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Your move.
All right. My move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, bonus action. I will go ahead and activate. I'll activate a concentration skill.
Okay.
Shield of Faith.
Oh hell yeah! That's 2 extra points.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
And for your action.
Then, for my action, I'm thinking about going ahead for like a nice little cantrip. Toll of the Dead.
Okay. Ah, son of a... 11.
Fail, so roll 2d12 for success. Nice, 17 necrotic.
Nice. The evil you isn't looking good. Less parts of her seem solid.
I know I've worn you down a lot. But hopefully it's still alright to continue on with the spar to the death.
To the death? Funny. You'll never be able to kill me. Even if you dispel me now, I'll always be that voice in the back of your head, letting you know that you're doing everything wrong. You can never truly kill me until you yourself die. And, they're gonna attack you with a spiritual weapon while, walking right up to you. Spiritual, god damn it! 12? Or, sorry, not 12. 14?
Misses.
Damn it. And also you get opportunity attack with your spiritual weapon as she leaves its range to get within melee of you.
Alright.
Yeah, 24 hits.
8. 8 force damage.
8 force damage.
Mhm.
All right. Does a 16 hit you as she tries to swipe at you with her own scythe?
Misses.
Misses? Okay. You're up.
Alright. I will overcome my inferiority here and now. I will actually become good with the scythe. I won't just be good with my spell casting. I attack with my scythe.
Watch it be a nat 20. Eleven misses. She blocks it with her own scythe and says, "You'll never be good at anything! Don't you get it?"
I will show you. Move with my spiritual weapon in order to attack.
Alright. A 13 misses. She blocks it with her own spiritual weapon. You should have just gone back to Esfield. You're not cut out for any of this. You should go back to the place where the worst thing you can do is spill mop water on linens. And she's going to attack with her own scythe. Fucking hell. She falls as she tries to go at you. You just stick out your foot and you stick out your foot and she trips, falling prone. Her spiritual weapon is going to come after you.
I think it's appropriate.
I rolled a nat
that
1.
Comedy of failures.
Oh, thank God. Part of it was blocked. Does a 23 hit?
It's
Alright.
You shouldn't be saying "oh, thank God" when you hit your player.
I'm allowed 11 points of necrotic.
Look, if either of us is the evil DM, it's probably me.
Okay, I haven't hit anything in like 4 moves because I keep rolling below 10s. And I thought,
tripped
the curse of playing Corvus. It's the curse of playing me.
Look, you want to see these rolls? Like, I'll show you. Look.
Like I said, I think it's appropriate that it's a comedy of errors starring Corvus and Corvus.
So 11 necrotic from her spiritual weapon.
Yep. Very much now officially down to half my health now.
Ooh. All right. She is currently prone. You have advantage on attacks.
Just half or under half? Very important.
A little under half right now.
Bloodied.
You're bloodied.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with advantage with like my normal scythe right now.
All right.
This is the best chance I have right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
You don't write this up!
2 nat 1s! Nat 1 on advantage. Okay, you go to swing your scythe and she sticks out her leg, making you trip as well. You fall prone right next to her. You still have your spiritual weapon.
Attack with the spiritual weapon.
It has advantage because it's prone.
I can only do is laugh to hide my tears of shame.
Like I said, I'm only as good as you are. Oh God, you can't make this shit up. 19 hits.
Alright. Oh, and max damage.
Oh,
12.
Hey.
hell yeah! How do you want to do this?
I basically go as I try to like swing with like my own scythe and then fall. I'm on the ground and I simply tell her, we really are that much alike, even for a serious inner battle against the conscious and the subconscious. But you're gonna die the same way as you did to me before.
I won't die. Yeah, she says as the scythe, as your spiritual weapon sinks into, or it wraps its blade around her neck and just pulls, turning her completely incorporeal into that fog that was emanating from her, which dissipates. And you hear a voice saying, "As long as you live, I do too." And you feel the ground rumble as that obsidian dome begins to collapse, leaving only the moonlight as you're in a glade, surrounded by the obsidian rubble.
And when I said you'll die, I didn't mean that I don't want you. I hope you have a good time back wherever you usually are. Me. Ciao.
As you stand there in the glade, you look at the moon as it begins to darken. It seems to be its phase seems to be happening rapidly until the last sliver of light is no more, and you're in complete darkness. The fog seems to surround you, completely blinding you, until finally a very bright light that is hard to see. You have to squint and close your eyes, and when you open them and your eyes adjust, you find yourself in a city with alabaster walls and sand in the air. It is hot and arid, but looking around, you can see two flames next to each other. One is a sphere of flame with a brilliant white glow to it, almost hard to look at. And the other flame is several rings inside each other, flames spinning around and burning a dark infernal red. And you see them moving closer and closer to each other. And when they touch, they burst out in a flash of light and dark, making it very, very impossible to see. You have to shield your face from the heat and the force of it as you're flung back. And when you finally get your bearings, you're in the same city, although all the sand and all the buildings have turned to ash. As you're looking around, you can see through the ash a brilliant bird glowing a deep crimson red bursts out, almost like a fire in the shape of a massive bird, flying around. As you watch it fly around, you can see it land next to a figure that is a humanoid glowing a brilliant gold. And that glowing gold glow grows brighter and brighter, and suddenly, like a snap, you suddenly catch yourself in the chamber with the incense back in the temple in Fitio.
I'm back. Miss Grim Cardinal.
How was it?
It was definitely a hard-fought innermost battle against myself.
Yes. It is quite difficult for most. But you succeeded.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Well then, rise, Nevermore Corvus. As you stand up, you see that your robes, the ivy pattern, the silver ivy pattern that was on your robes, seems to have grown a bit more, and the feather patterns seem to be just a tad longer. You have taken your first step towards the path of a Grim Cardinal.
This is so exciting. Uh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure the next steps will be ever more advantageous for myself.
Yes. Did you receive any sort of guidance upon your success?
I witnessed a burning image of a great fiery bird, like flying across like an alabaster laid like a location, and I watched everything turn to ash afterwards.
That is concerning.
Yeah, it was after the mixing of two different flames.
I'm not sure what this means, but your destiny has been laid out before you. I'll escort you back upstairs if you wish.
Sure, if you don't mind.
Okay. She takes her hand and leads you back upstairs. My own test, when I took it, all those years ago, was challenging as well. It is certainly not for the faint of heart. She leads you back into the lobby of the temple. Where do you go now?
This, I'm thinking about going over and chatting with like some of the locals in the church to talk to them about like their own experiences with the faith and such before I venture out of the church.
All right. Once you venture out, where do you head?
I'm gonna try to aim to like a reconvene with like everyone else.
All right. You'd figure they'd probably be at the Drunken Drake.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's move over to Levere, or Sushi actually.
All right.
Yeah. It's all right. Levere, I think, is going to be heading to where everyone's going to be meeting up, so that's why Levere would probably be best to save for last. So, Sushi, where do you head?
I'm gonna head to the trading house.
All right. You make your way to Londo Trades, and you find it. You make your way towards the portion. The docks. I forgot the word docks. You make your way towards
boat.
Yeah, to where all
Boat
the trading company's base of operations are, and find your way towards Londo Trades. The sign is fairly extravagant. It seems to be made on a mahogany with some sort of copper or brass leaf on the letters, giving it a nice shine whenever the sun hits it. And stepping in, you see a gnome receptionist is currently working the reception.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Do you have an appointment?
Not as per se. Not as per se. But I was hoping to have a meeting.
Oh, we're sorry. Mr. Tall is busy at the moment. I can pass along the message.
That'll be perfectly fine. Do you mind passing on a message that a Nizumi wants to talk to him?
Alright. Her face goes like kind of pale and says, yes, right away. She hops down from the reception desk and heads towards the back. After a few minutes, a portly elf with a dark blue hair comes out. He's wearing some fancy like noble's robes with purples and golds. Not the same shade of purple as the trading guild, the merchants guild. It's a different purple.
Yes, it's slightly off purple.
Yes, this is more of a wine purple. The Merchants Guild has a more of a lavender. But yeah, he comes out. He's got several earrings on his large elven ears, and his rings are adorned, or his fingers are adorned with rings, except for his left finger, which appears to be missing. His left ring finger, which appears to be missing. And he comes out and says, "Sushi! Hey, it's been so long. I haven't seen you since I could hold you in the palm of my hand. Yeah, never making that mistake again."
Well, hello. How are you doing?
Quite busy. Sorry, can't really, I'm just popping out to say hi, but I'm a little busy if you have anything you want to talk about.
I just wanted to have a short chat.
Oh,
Somewhere private?
I'd love to, but like I said, I'm real busy. And he rubs his fingers together.
I'm just gonna lightly place my hand on my sword. Are you sure that's the stance you want to take?
Look, you know how business is. Your old man said that your debts are yours to pay. All right? I can't do anything on just on blind faith for him anymore. At least in regards to you.
Fine. I'm gonna roll my eyes and I'm going to flick a platinum at him.
He catches it and says, so yeah, anywho, as I was saying, it's really good timing for you, he says, putting in your pocket, because I was just about to head off to lunch. Why don't you join me?
Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
He heads to a restaurant that serves seafood, exotic seafoods, the kind that aren't found in the harbor. This is stuff like squids, all the way from McCreer, and stuff. He says, so, we figured that you'd end up making your way over here. I heard about what happened in yeah.
Oh, how did you hear the story? Huh?
Like I said, your old man keeps me informed.
Yeah, but what exactly did he say about it?
He just said that you're doing your own thing at the moment, and any kind of debts and favors you need are yours to settle, and he's not going to be covering for you.
Of course he did. He's kind of a dick. In case you hadn't noticed.
Hey, keeps my pockets full.
A lot of people keep your pockets full.
That's true.
Well, I just happened to hear a little bit from a little birdie that you've been, spending some of your trading time around here. And I just wanted to hear about that.
I mean, it's business as usual. He starts digging into his he gets a clam chowder and starts digging and starts crumbling up some of the crackers into it.
I'll get whatever is the freshest.
That would probably be the McRear squid. It's transported live.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
It sounds like when they cut the faces off of cuttlefish and pour soy sauce on it and it moves.
So yeah, it's just business as usual, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to say that I don't believe you, but I really do. I just happened to have a run-in with one of your business partners, and I thought I'd maybe, tell you.
Oof.
By the way, that where you pour the soy sauce on it, that's called ikezukuri.
Well, any client of mine, I can't confirm or deny any particular person's my client. It's privileged information, need to know basis.
Oh, I'm sure. And I know that you know not to leave a paper trail.
Yeah, of
It
course.
turns out your friends weren't as smart. I'm gonna put down the pile of papers that has his name has the name of the trading company written all over it.
I don't know what you're talking about. This just seems to be a ledger that has to do with important sublinens and dyes. Everything seems to be in order here.
Uh-huh. Was that really what they were after?
I am required to say yes.
Would it help if I could assure you that at least 95% of the people who dealt with this are currently dead by several weeks?
Well, go ahead and roll persuasion.
One sec. Oh, right, I had my dice out for a reason. What? 11. I rolled really bad.
Look, Soch, you know that I can't divulge information on clients. My reputation's at stake, alright? It's a need-to-know basis, and, it takes a bit to need to know, you know? How long are you in town?
I'm going to set two things on the table. I'm going to set the jar of mushroom spore gills that are still very dangerous.
Yes.
And beside that, I'm going to set a stack of 5 platinum. And I'm just going to have them sitting on opposite sides of myself, and I'm just going to go, well, there's the easy way and the hard way where we can have this conversation.
Yeah. Looks and says, Soch, how long you in town?
Honestly, I'm not the one in charge of the itinerary.
Well, if you're staying at least a couple more days, then, I, may have an idea on how to bring you into the know, you know?
Hmm.
I got this client who needs to remain anonymous, and he's got a bit of a job that he needs done. Something I normally don't do, but I think I know a few people that might be interested, and it's one that's got to be started tomorrow night.
And you can't tell me any other information about it?
Only if you accept it.
Just me, or do I have to be talking for anybody else?
Well, I mean, you can go about it any way you want. Just leave my name out of it.
Well, I think I can be fairly certain that we're not leaving tonight.
Perfect. So, I got this client. He's a little bit miffed at some person from Greer who makes watches. You know what a watch is, right?
My nanny happened to love them.
Oh, nice. Perfect. So, yeah, there's this watchmaker, and he's got this really fancy watch that he's making. And the client needs to acquire it. But there's a very slim window in which it needs to be acquired. What you gotta do is you have to get it when it's finished, but before it's given to whoever it is that it's supposed to be given to.
Cool.
Yeah.
To embarrass this watchmaker.
Not quite. You have to make sure nobody knows that you were in there. Leave no evidence, because you're also going to have to return it. The client wants to make a few modifications to it after it's been completed.
That sounds more dangerous.
Well, it's a bit risky, but let's just say that information costs a bit more than just a couple plat.
Fine. I think I can do it.
Alright. Perfect. Where you staying at? I can give you the details later.
Assume we're still staying at the same... We're gonna be staying at the inn we were at before. Brandy's place. So I'm just gonna stay there. I don't know.
Brandy's place.
I believe the Drunken Drake is the name.
It is.
Thank you, my shadow. No, yeah. The Drunken Drake.
Alright. I'll make sure that it's makes its way to you later tonight. And then the estimated time of completion is about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And it's supposed to be given to the person in about a couple days. So, but you gotta, whenever you get it, you have to also return it before the watchmaker wakes up. He doesn't notice it was ever gone. That means you gotta grab it. We gotta take it to the client, have him modify it, and you gotta return it before sunrise.
Of course.
Alright. Well, best of luck. He pats you on the back and heads out. Paying for the food. Which was
Alright. Well, it seems like he
his-
hasn't taken my platinum, so I'm taking it back.
yeah. Roll a perception.
Okay. I miss being. I miss my old character.
Yeah,
The
with your
perception
25
plus
perception or
15.
whatever.
It was plus 15.
Well, your
That
passive
wasn't
perception-
that terrible.
Your passive perception was 25.
Yeah. 12.
So, there is one piece missing. You
I'm gonna laugh.
you see it on the table on the section where he had paid for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it with the receipt. All right. So where do you go?
Yeah, head back to the
The Drunken
well, I guess
Drake.
the Brandy's place. Yeah.
All
The
right.
Drunken Drake.
So now let's go with Levere. Levere,
Oh,
as you're heading to Brandy's place, when you see it, you can see that there seems to be some fire damage on one of the rooms on the upper floor that is
Ugh.
currently in the process of being repaired.
I don't remember if that's our fault.
I mean, there certainly wasn't fire when you left. But
I'll have to ask Brandy about that.
all right. So as you go in, you can see that ramen is currently eating at one of the tables. You also see Dr. Truss.
Seeing ramen, I go, I think I know why the fire's there.
You see Truss is sitting at the same table across from her.
Ah. Hello.
Oh, hello. Glad to see you made it back in one
Food
piece.
in at the table.
So, how was it? I mean, you wrote down, but...
just... I guess par for the course of what we've been dealing with. Who knew starting a pirate company would have so much?
Yes. Well, things have been very busy on my end. Perhaps we should wait until your captain is back, because this is information that she may want as well.
We'll save that for then. But this for now, I'm gonna put up my left arm and pull down my sleeve so that you can see the bracer.
Ooh. It's nice. You said that you
I
had...
got
Yes?
new power thing.
Wonderful. What does it do?
I don't know yet.
Well, perhaps
I
we
haven't
should...
tried it.
Well, we should probably try it in a controlled area.
Yes.
We don't want to accidentally set the tavern on fire.
Again.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It wasn't me, but I can only assume it was the goose. I look at ramen.
Roll insight.
It's a 7. It was almost a nat 20. Damn this die.
Ramen's just eating food, as far as you can tell.
Ramen, how's my possum been doing?
Oh, she's doing good. It's I think today she is. Let me roll a d4. She's pretty big today.
Probably filling up an entire room in the end.
Oh no, all the pets are on the ship.
Oh, even the goose.
She holds up. She's like shh, and nods. Do you know when the princess will be back?
Shouldn't be too long. At least sometime tonight, at the very least.
All right. Okay.
Yes. As I writ down, we did get Varen. She is safe again.
That's good.
The cult is very taken care of.
That's good.
Considering about 98% of the cultists had their souls ripped out.
What about the other 2%? Tross says.
Well, honestly, I'm just kind of pulling the number out my ass. There was maybe like 2 or 3 that weren't, that didn't have their souls ripped out, and of those, one wasn't killed by an Umber Hulk. So, the I think there's just the one survivor who's just a misguided youth from Buskis.
That's good.
Didn't even know that the mistress was a demon, or devil rather.
Oof. Careful
And
careful not to mix those up in the wrong company, because you will be killed.
I don't feel like gambling.
They don't know what that is a reference to. But
My life?
Oh, yes, I see.
I say, saving face.
I'm glad that you made it safe and sound.
Yes.
I'll say around this time, after a few, after like an hour or so of drinking, this is around the time everyone seems to return to the inn.
You should probably hold on just a little bit still, because Varen is not in the call at the moment.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Maybe Varen takes a bit.
Yeah. Corvus and Sushi probably arrive around this time.
So, Corvus, how is your thing?
You do notice Corvus is wearing slightly different robes that look a little bit more fancy.
Do I?
I mean, I guess roll perception.
I notice.
Oh, I actually do.
Yeah,
Wow.
you do notice.
With a 22, I notice.
Yeah.
I got 19. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
I half expected to roll a 1 and not notice the slight change in like designs.
All right. So, yeah, y'all do notice that Corvus is wearing slightly different robes. And a little bit after y'all enter the tavern, Varen enters as well.
Yeah.
Varen, you notice that Corvus is wearing slightly different robes.
Oh, that's nice.
Why, thank you, Captain. I basically succeeded what I came over here to the port town for. I'm now officially a Nevermore.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats! I don't know.
A
What does that
Nevermore!
mean?
Oh, congrats! Tross, like, walks up to you carrying a small, and pulls out a small box of carved wood with intricate silvered inlay. Says, "Congrats, Corvus. I always had faith that you'd be able to."
I'm gonna whisper to Levere, "What's a Nevermore?"
Do not know.
We should celebrate.
Yes, I have something I wanted to give. Well, I have something that both me and Maggie wanted to give you, provided you
really?
succeeded. And he hands you a box.
I stare at the box, look at it from different angles, like looking at it inquisitively, just being like, "What's in the box? What's in the box? Box!" Like not wanting to open it yet, just to feel that nice newness of it. Just like, and I slowly open it, just trying to drink in all the time and effort.
What you find inside is a pendant. It resembles a raven feather carved out of black amethyst, held within silver vines. Go ahead and add the black amethyst pendant to your inventory. Corvus?
I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm just typing it out. I'm just typing it up.
Okay, you should be
Black
able
Amethyst.
if you have homebrew items allowed on your character sheet.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in there.
Then, okay.
okay. Okay, I see it. Got it.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, that's really nice.
Yes. Would you like to share what it does?
Oh yes, so this is a raven feather carved out by black amethyst, held in a silver pendant. Using this holy symbol increases my spell attack modifier and spell save DC by 1.
Yep, it's a +1 holy symbol.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
So, what was it like?
What was it like?
Yeah, what was yours like?
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll deception for the sake of me and my shadow. I am gone. There we go.
Technically, it's your self-doubt, but
No, I am not going to explain how actually the fight happened. Just gonna, like, seriously, I'm just gonna roll deception right now because no one needs to know the truth.
all right, and
Ah.
everyone can
Okay.
roll insight.
Oh God!
Oh,
no!
I don't think anyone needs to roll insight. So, what do you
my
say?
God!
I need Corvus. I need you to just tell us exactly what you say.
All right,
What
I
did
go
Corvus roll?
A nat 1.
on
You rolled
deception.
a that one
Yes.
for a total of 2.
Yeah.
So, I basically go and say, so, it was an amazing story of like going through a fog-witten world, walking through a pathway of cobblestone, and as I walk through it, I then come across like a clearing with like a moon shining down on me. But then everything gets dark, and then a shadowy hooded figure approaches me, saying that I dare not stand here. I should go back to Esfield. I go against the shadowy figure. And it was only then when I noticed the shadowy figure start to missing with like their scythe-like weapon, I come to the realization that, wait, aren't you me? And then they reveal themselves to be me in a dark form and come at me with like both their own scythe that is all like wooden and such, and then also like an epically cool dark scythe spiritual weapon with like a red glow to it, which I had to comment on because like who could,
I honestly
who could
can't
not
tell
say
if
that?
you're...
Yeah. I mean,
I thought you were going to lie.
I'm sure whatever
Poorly.
I'm sure whatever it is was probably good. But you passed, which is very fantastic. I took the test myself when I was younger, and I didn't. So I am very proud of you. And Maggie will also be very proud once she hears.
Well,
No, I
good
think
good
I
for
believe
you,
her.
Corvus. I'll give her a pat on the back.
Yes. Oh, and now that
We
everyone's
all
here,
have our trials.
I need to share with you the discoveries I made.
Ooh, what you find?
Come to the back corner, so where people can't
The
drop
back.
eaves.
That's not the phrase.
I know. I was making a joke. Yes. He leads y'all.
You're an elf. You're not allowed to make out of touch jokes. We just believe you.
Okay, but he leads you to the back corner, the dark back corner, the brooding corner, and says, "So." What
He just has to brush like 3 dark, shadowy old men out of the corner.
No, he just has to like brush away various daggers that have been stabbed into the table. He says, so, what I found is apparently there are 5 more structures, just like the ones we had found on Tortu and the other one. There's 5 more, and apparently, when they're all active, they will sing.
So it's one big mechanical concierto?
Yes. From what I can tell, there's also a temple to the sun hidden somewhere, somewhere that'll rise once they sing. And what's more important, how familiar are you with the astral sea?
Not very.
Could I roll history?
It'd be you could do religion, if
Alright.
that's higher. You would be the one that has the most likely chance to be familiar with it. The with
18.
Yeah, you are very familiar with it. The astral sea is a portion of the astral plane. They're usually used synonymously. But the astral sea is it's a series of objects called stars all over. It's basically it's where souls go whenever they leave the domain of the living. It is where your patron or your deity is and governs. And it is also that it is where the astral plane is also where demiplanes are typically built within. In fact, in the cracks of the crashed demiplanes, you could see the astral plane.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff you know.
That place looked really weird.
That's why I didn't want to jump into the big void thing.
I kind of wanted to jump into the big void thing.
I would not have rescued you.
You could certainly have tried.
You're telling me that's where death is?
So, apparently, so with the astral sea, there are these things called stars, and they are what the shaped stars and the association of magics that stars have are from. Apparently, the structure that I've been studying, the one that we fought the Archfey in, was some sort of observatory, which was used to see into the astral plane and map out stars.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
Why did they wanna? Why would they want to see these star things?
I don't know, but apparently, from what I can tell, they were very important to the precursor civilization. Based on my
stars
findings, they
magic?
even believe the sun was one such.
It's insane. The sun is a sun.
Exactly.
I have an idea.
Oh?
I have an idea.
What?
Well, the Astral Sea is a place, yes?
Yes?
And if you chart out where things are, you can navigate.
That is true. If
Maybe the precursors wish to sail amongst the Astral Sea.
Sounds dangerous.
and a bit far-fetched.
Weren't you just saying you didn't want to go into the sea? You're the most sailiest person I know.
I was saying that I didn't want to jump into the astral plane.
So you're saying if we had a ship, you would have been happy to go in?
If we had a ship and a map,
A ship
Yes.
that can sail the astral sea. That sounds so absurd. I would.
It didn't
It
look
sounds
like it had any, it didn't look like it had water or anything, so you would have to have, a flying ship.
Yeah, it would have to be.
which
it would-
is a thing. Did you forget about?
Yes,
did
the
you forget about
airships.
the
Korea.
pirate king of the
Honestly, that would be pretty awesome if we were to do that. I mean, seriously, like just
I mean,
fly through the
theoretically,
sea.
that's possible.
Yeah, it would have to be some sort of vessel that could sail the astral sea.
You
It
would
would,
need to have a stable entrance in and out of this place, though. You couldn't.
yeah.
You couldn't use one of the cracks because it wouldn't be stable enough to get something big like that through.
Yeah. Besides, it's really not a good idea to crash demiplanes like that.
I guess if you,
No, it's not.
We're-
We've experienced it.
if you were to create a demiplane, it could be possible to create a breach in the wall.
Yeah. I suppose you could try to find some way of adding plane shifting magic to it, but that would be not nearly as reliable as a
And you
dedicated.
could build a ship inside a demiplane.
Yes, that is true. But regardless, the important part is that yes, they were mapping out the astral sea. It seems I can't. I don't know exactly where. We're trying to cross-reference the depictions that were on the ceiling with any kind of seeing if there's any match in the astral sea. But one more thing, and the primary reason why I wanted to say it in person, someone was, I don't know if they were trying to sabotage or spy on us, but someone was in the ruins, snooping around. And it wasn't one of the fish folk, it was a small folk, and I managed to get a dagger in their shoulder, but they turned corner and I lost track after them. I think it may be Lincott's doing.
Can
Well-
never trust a small.
If it was
Hey.
Lincott's doing, let's hope that it's Lincott that got a dagger in the shoulder.
Oh man.
You can never trust someone whose height is below 4 feet.
I wish it was Lincott. I really do. Just smarmy.
So, Doctor, are you quite finished with like your enlightening discovery?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna be returning at some point. But right now I'm just gathering notes and trying to do more cross-referencing with what we discovered.
Your wool
Mhm.
gathering. Got it.
Good. I would like to make an announcement to everyone.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I didn't really want to say this before because I was very downtrodden and quite anxious about my level up, my possible failure to level up to Nevermore. But now that things seem to be going well, I should probably now say this. So it has like dimension in which basically this world it happens where there's this being that's basically like taking souls from every single time that they slay someone and basically is filling up that soul plate in order to try to unleash it back into the world. Then right now I'm currently under debt by it, and which I might have to release it one day, and I need to deal with this in some professional way.
I am sorry, you're going to have to slow down and explain that again. And I think that's where we're going to end that session.
Okay.
To the comedic serious episode.
Look, I think that's the best place.
Boy.
That's a
True,
good
that's-
place to end.
That is a
Fine.
good place to end. And it gives you 2 weeks to find out a way to rephrase that slower. And Sushi, 2 weeks to find some way to try and do something. So, yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Definitely check out some of the other stuff. Chalkpy is running Curse of Strahd bi-weekly. Biddy is playing Wind Waker. I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And my boyfriend Scraps is playing Pokemon Platinum and Cult of the Lamb. So that's all stuff that you can check out. Comment
Curse of
challenge.
Strahd could end any week.
Yeah. Comment challenge of the day. What Pokemon theme song best represents you?
What?
What?
Pokemon theme?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they that different?
Are we talking about also the Japanese version?
No, English versions.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if you
Choose the
want,
Digimon
if you-
theme song.
if you want to be a big
Sure.
nerd, you can go with the Japanese ones. But
Yeah.
if you
I
if you
mean-
treat it as an anime and not a cartoon,
Yeah. So, with that out of the way, there's no left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Always be unbeatable.